Hi, I'm Ron Timmermans, one of the many instructors for the Bonanza Baron Pilot Training Program. You've probably heard of us as BPT. For many years, BPT has been hosting weekend clinics for owners of Beechcraft airplanes, Bonanzas, Debonairs, Barons, Travelers, and Dukes. Routinely, this has included a Friday ground school followed by flight training in your airplane on Saturday or Sunday. Well, that quality training will continue, but we have something new to offer, a special weekend clinic we call BPT Power Summit. It will be held in Oshkosh, Wisconsin at the Pilot Proficiency Center next door to the EAA Museum from May 2 through May 4, 2025. The same unique ground training will be available, and we will offer simulator training in the Redbird simulators on site. Additionally, we will host a number of industry's best guest speakers who will add to your knowledge and enjoyment. One of those special guest speakers joins me now. Welcome, Tom Haines. You know him as the former editor and chief at AOPA. He's now retired, but still fully involved in numerous aviation entities. Tom, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate it.
Good. So, taking as little of your valuable time as I can, let me just ask, of all the airplanes you've flown during your professional career, which one or ones were the most memorable?
Well, that's a great question, and I get it often. And I never have a great answer because there are so many wonderful ones that I've flown, more than 100 models. But I mean, the ones that stand out are just the really unusual ones, like the Goodyear blimp, the Goodyear Zeppelins, the Fuji blimp. I've flown several of those lighter than air aircraft, and they were just a lot of fun to fly and very memorable because they're so different than the day-to-day flying that I typically do in more conventional aircraft. So those ones really jump out at me as being ones that are most memorable.
And speaking of day-to-day flying, what do you fly now, Tom?
Well, like I've had for many years, I have an A36 Bonanza. This is the second Bonanza that I've owned. The first one I owned, you can actually see over my shoulder, is was the 1972 one. It was actually the first one, and I had that for 22 years. And then I sold that a couple of years ago, and with two partners, bought a 1998 A36 that we still have and are enjoying immensely. It's a wonderful airplane.
Good. Tom, we're so glad that you're part of the Beechcraft family as an owner and operator. And I know you've been to BPT before. I've had the pleasure of flying with you in instructional flight, and it's been great. It's good to have you. Uh, so you come to BPT and other opportunities for recurrent training. Tell us about your resolve for recurrent training and the use of simulators in training.
Right, sure. Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's really important that every pilot get recurrent training more than the minimum of just the every other year flight review. You got to check that box for the FAA, but it's really important that we spend the time and the resources to do recurrent training, and ideally, it's recurrent training with an instructor who's very familiar with the type of aircraft that you fly, and will also take the time to understand the type of flying that you do and sort of tailor the training to the type of flying that you do. And that's what I've always appreciated about the BPT courses is that you're flying with some instructors that have thousands of hours instructing in Beechcraft. So they know a lot of things, and I always come away having learned a few new things as well as just brushed up on sort of the basics.
Great. So recurrent training, brushing up, and learning some new things. That's a wonderful thing. Tom, thanks for joining us at the BPT Power Summit and agreeing to be one of our speakers. Can you give us a snippet of what you'll share with us at the BPT Power Summit?
Yeah, I'm really excited to share with you a new presentation that I've been working on that is a little lighter, I guess, than some of the things we maybe talk about. We're not going to do any accident analysis or anything like that. What I'd like to share is just some of the stories, the behind the scenes stories of 34 years at AOPA running the media operation there and all the magazine stories, the places around the world that we've been. And I've got some pretty interesting video clips that I'll be interspersing to just talk about the wonders of general aviation around the world and all the amazing people that I've come across during those decades.
Wow, that'll be wonderful, Tom. We'll look forward to that. And I think you have whetted the appetite of our potential clients that come to BPT Power Summit in Oshkosh. Thanks for joining
Yeah.
me today, and we'll look forward to seeing you at Oshkosh in the early part of May and hear your presentation and fly with you. So,
All
Tom,
right.
thanks again. Thank you, audience, for listening in today. I hope you will consider joining us at the BPT Power Summit. You will see the website in just a few moments where you can sign up and register for the website.